Well, Sam, do you have an intro question? Intro question and agenda topics?
I have been thinking on that, but I don't have. I don't know. If you had an animal that could represent Common Swarm, what it will be? And my animal would be a bee. And topics for today, we have to take a look at the dress rehearsal. I have something to tell. It didn't went as well as it could, but there is some fixes that we can do. I messed up with one thing. And then let's keep track of TC Convert and the gardens on Rinkevi. And I pass it to Paulo.
Regarding the question, an animal for commons, I'm not really sure. I don't know, like a lion, for example. I'm not really sure. And topics for this meeting, I also wanted to comment on the rehearsal and some work that I've been doing on the Commons upgrade too. I'll pass it to Septi.
Thank you, Paulo. Wow, animal. I don't know, I was searching on Google, but a buffalo? It was the commons that, I mean, there, in the United States there was a lot of buffaloes, right? I don't know if that's correct, but yeah, it's a common thing. I don't know. And I don't have agenda topics. I'll pass it to Bradley.
Hello. Let's see. So for animal, I think a crow, because they're community animals, but they're also very smart. And for topics today, I'm still just learning everything I can about Commons Swarm. So that's it. And I will pass it to Chewy.
Thank you, Bradley. I think a hummingbird could be a good answer. Like super, like like you don't know where it gets so much energy from, and it never stops moving, and it's always like working and looking after their own. I do agree with Sam. We're like bees, but we're hummingbirds. We're like next level commitment bees. I don't know. And as for agenda topics today, I had one that I forgot last week, and I just forgot about it again. But it's on the top of my mind, so I'll bring it up once we discuss weekly updates. I pass it to Septi.
And I slide to Griff. Or Nugget.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, well, animal is a difficult question, actually. I was thinking maybe a honey badger, because they kind of unit unassuming, but then really badass, if you look a bit into it. And I don't know, it has the name honey in its name. So that's it. And as planned, just think up a bit, look up at how the rehearsal is going, and yeah, that's it. And I'll pass it to Vitor.
A cat, because I don't know, I like cats. And agenda topics, yeah, I want to just give a quick updates on the TC Convert and talk about it for a while. I think there are two things that I think we're doing, and just check out with the rest of the things that they're going. I think that there is no one left, right?
I can try to go. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah, sure.
Sorry, my computer is kind of freaking out. I'm trying to close as many tabs as I can, but I actually wasn't able to. I can't even type So I wasn't able to catch everyone's agenda topics. So I don't know if someone can go into the notes and put them down and fix this. If anyone has any top of head, thank you, Sam. I should have tried to alert you guys while that was happening. As far as bugs, or sorry, not bugs, animals. I kind of like a dolphin, but I also really like the hummingbird idea. But dolphins, at least of the ones I could hear. Hummingbird was my favorite. I also, I don't know, something about that, like that world emoji feels dolphin-y. And then agenda topics, same old. Make sure we get this vote passed. And there were some conversations that Sam and I had this morning about changes to like common template, and trying to maybe take a moment to align around more details about what the actual Commons template looks like with gardens would be cool. And then, of course, like if anyone has any things that need to go on the board that we want to focus on this week. Oh, I'd also really, if the demo didn't go that great, then we should probably do another demo since we have time. Get people involved again. It's always good. People like doing public demos for sure. And everyone's still got lots of T-die. So I guess we can start with the vote. Can't really see the screen yet, but did everyone vote?
Okay, yeah. We have the vote of this week regarding Commons Swarm. I think that most of the people voted. We can check if it passed. But I also wanted to talk about the other vote for the height rehearsal. I just was wanting to enact it, and then I figured out that I messed up, because before launching the votes, we created a test DAO in order to make sure that everything is going to work, right? And this test DAO, it was basically Paulo and me having all the impact hours there, right? And then when I created the real DAO, the real test rehearsal, I messed up and I didn't change the DAO that was receiving everything. So right now it is pointing to the DAO in which Paulo and me have all the TCs. So we have two options now. One is do another vote. This real that goes to an empty DAO, and the other one is, if we don't want to engage again with all the people and make them vote, we can just make this vote pass and imagine that Paulo and me don't have those theses. I feel bad because this was an important rehearsal and it did not go as well as, I mean, it has a solution. It's not like, oh, where is the T-die? the T-die is still there. But yeah, I feel like I messed up, actually. So I guess that
is there something that was to be tested? Like, are we minting? Isn't the test only to see if the T-die can go into?
Yes.
Like two different pools.
Yeah, actually, it is the migration vote in which we vote to send the DAI to the new DAO and also to mint new tokens. So actually, what we can, the second option that doesn't involve a new vote is we can do what we were doing the same. Like, we can test that everything went okay, and that's all. But at the same time, well, if we want to do this way, I think that we can give the test rehearsal for good, and in the next time we do all the steps with other people just to make sure that and check that the new DAO is the good one. It was a little bit mess because I just didn't check that the new DAO was the correct one. I'm sorry.
Is there a like something that we are not able to test that we wanted to test and now it's not able to be cleanly tested because of this?
No, actually not, because the only problem I see is that it's not clean because it's going to a DAO that is messy and we cannot clean it before we do it because the tokens of me and Paulo are already locked. But at the same time, if we do that, there will be some tokens that are from me and Paulo, but it's okay, right? We just don't count them and see if the other tokens are all correct, and that's all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It doesn't seem like that big of a deal to just continue on. We should definitely do another dress rehearsal, though, if we can.
I hate doing
dress
that,
rehearsal?
okay. Maybe when we have a commons upgrade.
Yeah, I
real
mean,
upgrade.
can we doing the upgrade to a commons?
Yes.
Well, I would definitely say that we should try to have a good test rehearsal out before we do the hatch, the actual hatch that is successful in all the ways that we want it to be successful, right? Like, there is an actual dress rehearsal, and we're like, oh, that play was really good.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, and then, but we don't have to do that. There's no launch date yet. We'll have more than a week before we set a hatch date. It's likely to be end of this, like 2 weeks from now. So we don't have to do a dress rehearsal this week. Our dress rehearsals only last a week, right?
Yeah. Okay. The thing is that I was expecting this to be the real dress rehearsal, but
Well, it was, but then now it sounds like we just have to do it again, which is totally fine.
yeah, but it will be. I was thinking, okay, just do a new vote, and that's because the first part already went good. Just to
Okay.
in order to fix it, it could be just okay. Let's create a new vote and forget that we vote for one time, and that's all, and that's okay. Just not to repeat everything.
Well, I mean, I think we should probably do just like it would be really nice to get a little bit further in gardens, and if we can do a dress rehearsal on Rinkeby with the real gardens DAO, man, that'd be so nice.
Okay.
For sure. But if I don't see a problem with just making a new vote and doing that. That seems fine. I think I'm the lead investor or lead hatcher here. So between Zepti, you and I, we should be able to pass anything. We're the whales.
Yeah, okay. The thing is, how do we do it? Because maybe we are talking too much about this topic and we have other topics to discuss. But if we have done this the rehearsal on next day, and we have a DAO with the funds in TDAI and everything, we could clone this DAO into Rinkeby and keep moving into the gardens rehearsal, into the gardens commons upgrade rehearsal, if we want.
So you're saying as in we wouldn't do the actual hatch on Rinkeby, we would just like fake a hatch and just test the upgrade part?
Yes, to have a DAO that is similar to the one that we have right now in the test rehearsal without doing the vote, we just forget about this vote and do the vote in order to create a gardens with all the stuff. It probably will not be able to do this week because we still have to do the commons upgrade, but once we have it, we can continue from there.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, let's do a new vote though, and pass it, and get a clean test so we ensure that like everything works out the way it's supposed to, because it's also the minting the tokens that we're testing, right?
Yeah. And also Adria needs it. That's the other point, that Adria also is waiting for the results of this test rehearsal. So probably just vote on XDAI, finish this part, and the other rehearsal will be on Rinkebi. And the final rehearsal will be again on XDAI.
Yeah.
That's all. Okay. Okay,
Cool.
yeah, let's keep going.
Okay, cool. And I think my computer is running again, so maybe I can share screen and we can make sure. Did that vote actually pass?
I didn't see it yet, sorry.
Alright, let's see. Gotta make sure people get paid. It's always worth the time in the meeting. Speaking of which, actually, Nuggin and good. Nuggin and Vitor, have you guys sorted out the self-praise payment system in Telegram?
No, I didn't. I forgot about it.
I just onboarded me in this test thing. Do I have to put it also in the other one? I think I was signed up or something.
So we gave you praise powers, but to actually collect money, you actually have to praise. So it's like you can practice in the praise testing channel for your first few, but you'll see in our Commons Swarm chat, there's all sorts of them that are like, SEM praise, praise to SEM for 10 hours of work on this. And basically, anytime you want to get paid, which I hope you do, you just have to give yourself a little acknowledgement, look what I did, guys.
Just to clarify, Nugan told me that he would prefer to get full impact hours instead of getting paid.
Okay.
Is it right, Nugan?
Yes. For now, yes. Maybe after the hatch, when we kind of reshuffle everything, then.
I think that's probably the right strategy. This guy went to some Paramms parties.
Well, after the hatch, maybe.
Cool. That's great, though. That's great. Still, you could still ditch yourself the praise, and that way you'd at least get the same praise that everyone else does for the hours.
On the Commons Swarm, not the TE praise, but the Commons Swarm.
Yeah, just in the Commons Swarm, and we can just not pay you, and that's cool. It's a win-win.
Well, actually, it also messes up a little bit with the spreadsheet of Commons Swarm for payments.
Does it? I mean, you're just zero nugging out, right? Okay. Yeah.
Whatever is easier for you guys.
No, let's do that. Yes, let's do that this way. Okay.
Because it's not just the payment thing. It also tells everyone what you're working on, and praise is like this cultural subversive update mechanism, right? It's like oh yeah, we all look at this gratitude culture, and also information is moving internally because we know what people are doing. It's just really convenient.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, so look, and it looks like the vote's gonna pass. So
Yeah.
that's good. Okay. Any updates on Celeste, Honeypot, or Gardens?
Tomorrow
I have one update on Gardens. They merged permit today, so that's cool.
the permit on
Minimi.
on Minimi is merged, so now we can take that Minimi token and okay. Maybe I guess that we can tell that tomorrow. You are so pushy, Griff.
DAppNode built a liquidity mining program around it, around having that approve function. So, yeah, okay, I'm pushy. It's true.
DAppNode has I want information about that later.
Yeah, good stuff.
Is there a token?
What?
Is there a token for DAppNodes?
There will be.
Okay.
Very soon. Very soon. Okay. Any other Gardens, Honeypot, or Celeste updates?
A meeting with them? Yes, of course. Sasha have been accepted as for the SCC.
Nice. That's great.
And tomorrow we will be talking with them. There is something that you told me talk tomorrow, but I don't remember what is it. Let's write it down.
Probably the Honeyswap, getting Honeyswap to work. Oh, the token. You were talking about the token.
Both things, yes.
Like making the collateral token different and getting that PR in.
And yeah, and that also. I will be doing this PR today.
Yeah, that definitely seems pretty crucial.
Something else? I guess that these are the three things that we have to comment tomorrow.
Oh, Celeste. That's right. The honey tea whales need to back off on their Celeste. So right now, if you go to Celeste, you have to have a lot of this testnet token, which is apparently more scarce than honey. Like it's like impossible to get. So I don't know who you have to pay to get this testnet token, but you really got to work hard. And so if you only have like a few of these like scarce testnet tokens, then you'll have like a 1% chance of being a keeper in Celeste on Rinkeby. So we need to test Celeste for the TC. We need to have like we want to get some people in the TC that want to become keepers. Well, we already have some. I think Craig is already a keeper. Are you a keeper, Chewy? Yeah. So on XDAI, but it'd be fun to test it as the TC and actually have some work. So we're going to work on that.
Okay, another thing is that Paulo comes to the Giveth house and we will have a hackathon this week.
That's awesome.
And I don't know if you want to talk about TC convert updates, Vitor?
Yeah. There are basically a few pull requests in there. I'm not sure if you looked at them. Like if you not, I'm not sure like if it's okay if me or Fad or if we can like review it, because it's important for. I was talking to Marco about the ABC stats and the design updates, and then I think there are a few changes in there that changes a little bit design, and then after we merge the PRs, we can I can pass through with Marco through the convert and just he create a few changes for the UI, and then I can implement this. So this is one point. And we had an issue about the when you're using the wrong chain. So you to ask for switching. I implemented this locally, but I'm just waiting to the other PRs to be merged so the commit history is more clean. So I made to so if you're in a different chain, it asks you that not only adds to your MetaMask the XI, but then it also changes to XI. But then yeah.
I also have an update regarding that. Well, two updates actually. One is that the pull request of Nagan, I was talking with Marco and we were thinking on a different way to display the information about the entry tribute, exit tribute, and minimum required, because in some way it is taking too much space in the page. So probably we can. Who is talking to me? It was for you, Griff. So we need to change a little bit, but I guess that we can just merge the pull request and work on top of what is already done. And the other thing is that I also there is one issue for you, Victor, that it's changed the TC convert to adapt it to the new smart contract, but we still don't have them. I was working on this. I hope that I have it planned for today, but I didn't reach. I didn't have enough time. So maybe we are going to continue with that with Paulo and see where we get. I hope that we at least have a working bonding curve, so we can continue with the TC convert.
Yeah, and then like after you like see that, I can open the PR with the network API that changes it, and if there is something else as well, I'm not sure. Yeah.
Okay, I can review the pull requests today after this call.
Which ones are they?
There are many actually.
Because I think there are two, and one is a old one. I think it's one from Fabio and from Megan.
I see.
There are three actually. There is one from Vivian, which is really old.
Yeah, but this is pretty old. Like this is I think January, and it's for like I like it.
Should we close it?
Probably mine.
No, but
maybe not.
No, I think we need it.
It is for the favicons. I think that it's good to have it. We have to merge it.
UI restyle on the tech interface, is that the one?
No, set up favicons.
Yeah, and then that's the old one, and then there's UI UX fixes and UI restyle. Are those the two pull requests that need to be merged? Okay.
Maybe.
I just moved them both into in progress. There's not much there, so.
Okay, yeah, I will check out and merge them if I don't see anything that's very wrong, but probably it's not. So I will just merge them. Also, I used to take a lot of time into merging things. Probably I'm not the best person to be reviewing. Probably I am the bottleneck in reviewing stuff.
Or like I could review it as well. I was just like not sure if I could, but like in at least UI UX stuff, I can do it as well if you want. Just
Okay, for this time I can review them, but the next time that if it gets too bottlenecky,
okay.
because I tend to have this problem, then go ahead and if there are one person who does something and the other person that reviews and merges, it's fine.
Yeah.
And
Especially if you are getting the ownership of the repo.
there seem to be a lot of other pull requests too that are just kind of sitting here. I don't know.
In the convert, there are only 3.
Okay, so it's just all on convert. I mean, here's one from Rain, lock tokens aggregation.
Yeah, but this is for the token manager that we are not using anymore.
So should I pull it, close it?
You can let them open. The thing is that it's fine if you want to rescue the code and use it for example, the bonding curve dashboard.
Okay, so maybe I should just remove the token manager app from our board?
Yes. Actually, I was doing this with Bradley. I added gardens and I removed not removed, but hide many repos. So the new Zen board, it only should contain 3 repos.
Oh.
Because the rest of the things might be interesting in the future or something like that. We can take a look before hatching, but we are actually doing at a rehearsal. So probably we can just forget about the issues. It's okay that they are there. Just to remember that there were some things that are missing, but we are not focusing anymore in the hatch. We can just keep working on the commons upgrade. So the repos should be TC convert, Bancor market maker, which is empty, and gardens.
Okay. And what about this tech interface added fresh desk support? Isn't this can be closed, right? Isn't this already done?
The tech interface, it's outdated.
Yeah, so I can just close this, or I guess remove it from the board again, like you said. Okay, I'll have to get the new link to the board, to the different board, because I think I'm just on an old board. Because I don't have gardens in here either.
Okay, yeah, I also don't have it here. That's weird. But I share with you, Bradley. So probably this is going. That's this, yeah. I can share it on Commons. It is shared in Commons within Swarms. Do you get it?
Yes. Yes.
Actually, it only have 2 repos. I don't know why. I don't know if it contains gardens at all. I don't know why but it has gardens, so actually, let's see if. Okay, this is the good one, the last one that I shared. Okay, so we can keep working on these things. One of the things that we need is to come up with the pull requests. There is this issue with the front end, the UI that Marco has been working on. It's still not complete because he has also been changing some parts of the UI. It's still in progress, but one of the things that I think that is more clear is that we will have much less information in the page, and we will have this icon with an interrogant, which will show the entry and exit tribute and these kind of things. Maybe you, Nugan, can change this in this way. If you want to instead of merging the pull request, you can continue working on this on a.
But just to put everything into this little pop-up.
Yes, I will. I will comment on this. Actually,
what do you know? What issue you're looking at?
it is actually it's the pull request of Nugan. So
number 24.
we can continue working on. We can comment on this pull request. It is the. Apply tribute to receive token.
I mean, I can do it, but maybe it's cleaner if we kind of merge this and then I just make a new one with just that change, because I changed a couple of things at around in different places. So maybe if it's just a small UX kind of tweak, maybe it's better that way.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yes. So we create a new issue with this new stuff.
Great. I just make it.
Okay, I think that it's already an issue actually. So let's check out. And in the meantime, maybe Paulo wanted to comment something regarding, because you want to comment something regarding the Commons upgrade?
Just well, first I want to comment about something related to the hatch. That Griff sent a ticket through FreshTech about it will be nice to like block the redeem button when you vote on the migration vote. So that way it doesn't display a transaction failed message, and the user knows that it can't redeem their tokens. So basically I was working on that. And about the Commons upgrade, I was working on the thing that we were talking about on previous meeting about it would be nice like to have some sort of library that allow us to install and execute actions on apps that are part of a DAO more easily. So I was following the work that Enrique did on the Aragon client on the console, because some of the code it can be useful to us. So yeah, I was working on that too. I hope that I can have something for today finish. And also I was working on the permissions table that USM assigned me, about having permission tables of normal gardens, and then a permission table that displays all the permission of a Commons upgrade garden, so we can have like a specification that we can follow. And yeah, that's the work I've been doing this last week.
Nice. Yeah, I'm very excited to get that template. This was a topic that I wanted to bring up a little bit on like how we're building the Commons dashboard, and we don't really have a clean set of parameters that we know we're gonna need. So when do you think we'll have like a Commons template? Like, is that pretty high on the list?
Yes, of course. Actually,
Go ahead, Sam.
I think that this is the major stuff that we are going to be doing this week with the hackathon. The only issue that I see is that we are building on top of gardens, so there are some stuff of gardens that we still don't know pretty well, and this is what it makes it more uncertain. But the idea is that this week Paulo and me are going to be working on upgrading gardens into commons.
Nice.
I mean, this was the objective for the last week, and we could not accomplish it, but at least we have a much better roadmap of what needs to be done, and we are halfway there. So I guess that in 1 week we can focus in a place together. Come on, it's a hackathon. We can do it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm sure you guys can pull it out. And I'd be very curious to understand the latent gardens parameters that like no one really needs to know about, but we should tell people about anyway, right? Because like in the end, there's kind of a value in our community of like ending the crypto technocracy. So we're hopefully going to be able to tell people, yeah, there's this thing we have to put in some honey. Like I assume we're gonna need to like launch a honey TEC pair, right? That's one of the requirements for gardens on HoneySwap.
Yes. Are we having Paramms parties, but related to the Paramms of a garden?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
But not yet. First, we have to build the dashboard. So we're building the dashboard, but and this is a post that I'm working on trying to get there. It's like the power of defaults, and the idea here is like, guess what? This shit's complicated. You know, like it's and you guys don't need to know everything, but we want to tell you the most important things. So in the dashboard, we just can't create visuals for everything. We have to cut scope. And so the idea is that we're going to like make sure that for the big parameters, entry tribute, exit tribute, opening price, commons tribute, the vesting schedule, all the conviction voting parameters, support required with disputable voting, all of these things, they will be like, there that people can play with and make sure that they feel like they can design their commons in the meaty parts. But then we'll have an advanced tab so that they could still change these things, but we're not going to spend the effort them and just like suggest that they trust the people who are setting the other parameters. And I call out in this post, I try to call out who's going to decide some of these parameters, like should the token be transferable or not, right? Like someone's going to decide that. And it's probably going to be yes. I just said, that this will be chosen by the stewards, and the stewards will make a suggestion for the default and really just explain, like, yeah, I guess what we're taking advantage of the power of defaults, but in a transparent way. And you still have the option to overrule it if you want. But it'll just be kind of this advanced drop-down that we kind of suggest people don't touch unless they know what they're doing. And they'll have virtual supply, virtual balance, transferability, the name, the token decimals, you know, if they want to change these things, they can, but come on, like, I think the name's going to be Token Engineering Commons, you know?
The name is the worst. Token Engineering Commons token.
Yeah.
Token Engineering Commons token.
No, it's just Token Engineering Commons. Tokens. Damn it. Okay, it is bad. Maybe people will want to change it. This is why we have to give them the option. What was that, Vitor?
Engineering Commons token. We just say it in the end.
The ECT?
Yeah, I like that.
Oh,
ECT.
crap. Okay, this is why it's so important not to have the technocracy in on every decision, deciding everything. No. But yeah, there's the point being here is that there's a whole bunch of secret gardens parameters that are really hard to pull out of the gardens template. I was looking at it. It's not clean. You got the hatch template was so clean. Well done, Sem, Paulo. The hatch template is so clean. It's so easy to see what parameters we're really setting. Gardens is very obscure. So I really need all these random parameters that are used to set the gardens. Okay, anyway. Are there any other important topics? Chewy, did you come up with your topic that came up?
I did. It was actually a question regarding the bonding curve app, but actually I think I discussed it with Sim in our last one. So yeah, it's not really relevant. Regarding updates for the Commons Swarm in OneHive and TEC forums, I guess like mostly the transition to gardens is taking a lot of the space there, and I think at this stage, like it should. And yeah, no major topics on me.
Cool. Well, does anyone else have any topics that they? Well, Bradley, how are you doing, Bradley?
I'm doing good. I'm still just putting pieces together, finding large clumps of information in different places, and still figuring out what all the connecting points are.
Oh yeah. Well, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me or Sam or Chewy or any of us for sure. So we can. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Very cool. Cool. Well, if that's it, then we can end early. That's nice.
Yeah. I am creating another issue for the TEC convert in order to have this last thing for Nugan. And yeah, I guess that we can end early. Who wants, we can keep working in this chat for the Commons upgrade. Many things today actually. Getting the I need to get the review and merge the pull requests, but probably I will do it after working on the Commons upgrade. So if you want to keep working on this, just stay. If not, whoever wants to leave, it's the end of the call.
Nice.